Right, so today we're going to be doing a leading edge bladder replacement on the North Poles. For more information on the specific bladder size for your kite, head to our website or to your authorised North dealer.
Lay your fully deflated, dry and clean North kite flat on the ground with the struts facing up. Disconnect the silicone inflation tubes from the leading edge and strut valves by opening the snap clips. You may need to use a flathead screwdriver to pry the snap clips apart. Set these aside for use later on. Remove the inflation tubes. Open the Velcro at each end of the leading edge and pull the bladder out a few centimetres on each end. Attach a kite control line to each of the two ends of the bladder using a lark's head connection. This will allow you to easily reinsert the bladder once it is repaired. Separate the hyperflow valve assembly from the leading edge bladder. Do this by carefully lifting the retaining lanyard from the valve base. Next, push the hyperflow valve into the leading edge with your fingers separating it from the internal Velcro. Keep track of the assembly for use later on. Gently pull the bladder out of the leading edge, removing one end at a time. Untie the feeding line from the old bladder and attach it to either end of the new bladder. Using a line attached to each end of the bladder, carefully feed the new bladder inside the leading edge through the zipper opening in the centre of the kite, one side at a time. Avoid twisting the bladder as you feed it through. Feeling with your hands, find the location of the inflation valves. Once located, pull them back through the holes in the leading edge. Pull the bladder out of the ends just enough to remove the control lines. Gently push the bladder back inside so the end of the bladder is flush with the end of the tuck flaps. Carefully fold over and install the tuck flaps. Ensure that inner Velcro is properly aligned. Pull the hyperflow valve assembly through the hole in the leading edge, ensuring that it is correctly aligned and not rotated. Reinstall the lanyard to the hyperflow valve base. Reinstall all the silicone inflation tubes and the snap clips. Partially inflate the leading edge. Check carefully there are no twists or uneven areas in the bladder before applying full inflation pressure. Something to note is that sometimes it is necessary to partially inflate and deflate the kite multiple times to get the bladder into the correct position. Inflate the kite and confirm the repair has been effective.